Hello and welcome Earth signs being Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. Welcome to your week ahead TarotScopes with me, Intuitive Rene. We are doing the week of the 17th to the 23rd of July 2023 using these two amazing decks. This one is a new deck that came into my collection this week. Gosh, it's beautiful. Gosh, it's beautiful. But as its name implies, this might hurt. This deck speaks a truth. The energy that it gives off, the readings that it gives off, it gets straight to the heart of the matter. It speaks a truth that sometimes can be a little bit uncomfortable. And for that reason, I have decided to pair it with the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck. Because again, this one also gets to the core of the situation, but there's such a gentleness. There is such a truth about this, but this is a positive positive deck about believing in your own magic, about believing in yourself, about seeing that spark of who you are. So yeah, these two are going to give us really, really good readings this week, and I can't wait to see what this week of the 17th to the 23rd of July has in store for you. So let me get these boxes out of the way, just moving them off to the sides. As you can see, I already have the decks underneath, so I'm just going to move the glare. Just move that one over there, and let's have a look at the oracle. So we're doing the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle first. So Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. When I shuffle this deck, we're sort of asking Spirit, what is the focus for your week ahead? What is the energy of the week ahead? What do you need to be mindful of, aware of? What is the theme, or the thing that you're going to be focusing on, or the experiences that need to take place for you this week? Right, let's cut the deck. And we're taking one card off the top, moving those out the way, and let's have a look and see what we have. These backs are so pretty. So pretty. We're putting our crown on this week. That's what we're doing. Okay, so Earth signs, we have got card 21, which is the card of Clover, and it says, release your guilt. Release your guilt. And here we have two ladies who are sitting in the clover fields. We have this fire, but it actually doesn't really look like fire. It is fire, but it's almost like just an energy that's getting off. And it's them, as they're picking the four-leaf clovers, as they're picking the happiness, the joy, and the success. This is them releasing the guilt that they are carrying. Guilt about anything and everything. Right, I'm going to stick it over there, pushing it ever so slightly out of the way. Let's shuffle the tarot as I talk about clover and talk about releasing your guilt. So we all know that when we see or we hear the word clover, we immediately associate it with luck. Clover is a symbol of luck, a symbol of happiness, a symbol of joy, but a symbol of prosperity even, isn't it? Because when you find a four-leaf clover in particular, we know how rare a four-leaf clover is. It's not something that you're going to find every single day of your life. Personally, I have never found a four-leaf clover. Not that I have been looking that hard, but we don't really have clover fields here. But yes, finding a four-leaf clover is a symbol of prosperity, a symbol of, your luck has turned and good luck coming your way and happiness and success and abundance and all of that kind of good stuff. So when you have a run of positive luck, when you have a run of success, when you have a run of just everything coming into alignment, and you're doing really well, we also then have the situation of guilt, where guilt creeps in because you're doing so well, you're having so much success, but somebody else who you love and care about is maybe not having as much success, maybe not having as much opportunity as you. And maybe your success and your positivity and your happiness and your joy is what brings you guilt, because you feel almost as if you don't deserve it. You feel as if, there are other people who are more in need than you are, and you feel guilty because things come so easy to you. Now, I am going to say to you, Earth signs, that this doesn't sound very Earth signy. This doesn't sound like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn kind of trait, because you guys are not really that way inclined. You are the kind of people who do carry a lot of guilt. You do carry a lot of thought around, am I worthy? Am I good enough? Is this really what I should be doing? Is this really the kind of life that I need to be living? But it is about, first of all, acknowledging the success and the luck of the clover. Right? That's the first thing that I'm going to give to you. It's about, first of all, acknowledging what is going right in your life. And then it is about releasing the guilt, because as much as you think you maybe don't deserve it, You absolutely do. So let's see from the This Might Hurt Tarot what this guilt may be, how do we release it, and what else do you need to know around good luck and releasing guilt. So the first card we have is the Tower card. We're just going to breathe through it. We have King of Pentacles. Interesting. I'm trying to make sure that they all fit because I do want to put a few cards out. Then we have Eight of Pentacles. I'm seeing where this is going. And we have the Hermit. Right. Those are our cards, right? This might hurt. Is not going to hurt so much. Okay, so earth signs. The first card we have here is the Tower card. Now, Tower card within the tarot system is not a fabulous card, okay? I'm just going to put it out there. The Tower card is the card that talks about something crumbling, something shattering, something falling apart. Here you can see we've got two people who have jumped out the windows in order to save themselves, because if they stayed up there, they were going to burn and suffer. But as they've jumped out the windows, like, hello, look at the ground, look at the lighthouse, and the lighthouse has been built on this really rocky outcrop. There is no land, there is no anything. So them falling out the window, jumping out of the window, could actually be more destructive than anything else. But you know, lighthouses are built this way because they are being a beacon to others. They are being a beacon to the ships, to warn them about, you know, rocks, to warn them of danger, to warn them of potential problems. So the lighthouse has been serving a purpose, and these people have been selflessly giving of themselves. But now the lighthouse has been struck by lightning, the lighthouse is destroyed, these people have to jump. Are they now going to just swim to shore, okay, and you know, get a different job in, for example, a grocery store, and go and work in the grocery store and live happily ever after? No, because their life is lighthouse. Their life is being a beacon of hope, a beacon of warning, a beacon of whatever to those who need. That is their job function. So when they come back after the destruction, after the lighthouse has collapsed, they're going to come back and they're going to say, okay, we need to build a new lighthouse. So what are they going to do? Are they going to replicate the lighthouse exactly as it was before? Certain things, yes, but whenever we, and we, I mean human beings, whenever we have an opportunity to reestablish, to rebuild, to redo something, we always do a lessons learned. We always look at what worked before, what didn't work before. We always ask ourselves the question of how can we make it better? So when the lighthouse gets struck, it is tragic, because everything comes crumbling down. What used to be your safe and your familiar is no longer. But ultimately, once you've gotten over that initial shock, that initial kind of panic, we then say, okay, now we need to rebuild. Insurance is paid out. I'm pretending, right? Insurance is paid out. You need to rebuild, but you're going to take the opportunity to improve on what was there before, as opposed to just replicating and then holding yourself that maybe you'll have the same problem again. When we rebuild, maybe we put a lightning mast, I don't know quite what the words are called, but we're going to put a lightning conductor on, so that when we are struck by lightning, because we are the tallest thing in an area, you know, the likelihood of being struck by lightning again is quite great. But if we now factor that in and we do something to prevent the tragedy, next time we won't have this problem again. So it is about things crumbling and coming crashing down, but it's also about saying, okay, I'm going to rebuild. How do we do that? And we mustn't feel guilty about rebuilding in a better way. We mustn't feel guilty about reestablishing ourselves. Clover is telling you that actually the lightning strike, the collapse of the tower, is actually a positive, because it gives you the opportunity to improve. Because had that lightning not struck, you would not have the opportunity to improve the lighthouse, to improve your circumstance, to improve your situation. But we mustn't feel guilty that we're taking advantage of the insurance company, for example, using the payout from insurance to improve the circumstances. Because remember, that is just the way that it works. This is the universe. The universe does this. The universe, if you can't do something by yourself, or you don't do something by yourself, and it's something that you deserve, and it's something that is part of your plan, or the plan that the universe has for you, the universe will often send you a tower moment to give you the opportunity to redo, to reestablish, to rebuild. So don't feel guilty. Take advantage of the redo in order to do better than it has been. And then we get, and I had to giggle about the King of Pentacles, because, you know, he sits, and I want to actually bring him closer to show you. He sits on his very lush chair. You can see by the way that he's sitting, you can see by how tight his shirt is, that he lives a very lavish life. You know, this is him after Sunday roast lunch, where he has eaten himself like, you know, too much, and he's got such a full tummy, and he is just so satisfied. I love the ram sitting here by him. The ram is a symbol of strength, a symbol of power, but also a symbol of hard-headedness. Okay, so King of Pentacles, you know, he knows his worth. He knows what he's capable of. He knows what his value is. But he's living his best life. And I'm going to say to you, Earth signs, that you can only live your best life by redoing things in a better way without carrying the guilt. Eight of Pentacles, interesting card, because Eight of Pentacles is the card of doing things over and over and over again until you've got it perfected. It's often called the apprenticeship card. Now, what is an apprenticeship? An apprenticeship is somebody who has an interest in a particular skill set, but they have to start at the bottom and they have to work their way up, learning skill, learning skill, learning skill, perfecting skill until they have mastered, and then they qualify in that trade. So Eight of Pentacles is about the repetition. It is about the doing it again and 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 again until you've mastered the skill, until you've mastered. And you know what? That's hard work. That's dedication. That is progress. Okay? And this is Spirit saying to you that it's not going to be easy. Nothing in life is easy. Nothing just comes like that. You know, we've had to work hard to get to our lighthouse, to be the lighthouse, to be that beacon, that pillar, to be that warning system, to be that security, to be that safety net. We've worked hard to have everything that we do have. And we will continue to work hard going forward. But we need to let go our guilt of taking advantage of circumstances in order to improve ourselves, to better ourselves. The Hermit is an interesting one as well. All right, so Earth signs, the Hermit card is saying to you, this is not something you do with other people. This is not something that you bring in a partner, or this is not something where you have to, you know, factor in everybody else. This is something that is very much introspective. Okay, this is something that is very much about your journey, about your experience. Don't feel guilty about being more aware or more conscious of yourself. We need to release that guilt. That guilt does not have a place here. This is about you. This is not about your family. This is not about your friends. This is not about your business or your work or anything. This is about you as an individual. You need to understand that change is coming. Positive change is coming. It might initially be a little bit frightening. It might initially be a little bit shocking. It might initially be a little bit unexpected. But this week, you're going to roll with it. You're going to go with it. You're going to understand that you've worked hard to have everything that you have, but it's time for you to shine without guilt, without feeling guilty about anything. You're going to just go with the flow. You're going to redo, reestablish, remake yourself. You're going to improve on what you already were, what you already had, who you already are, in order to become a better version of yourself with no guilt. So, interesting week for you this week, Earth signs. I look forward to hearing how it all manifests and works out for you. Just remember, when things go wrong, it's an opportunity to re-establish yourself without guilt, without shame, without any kind of negative thought process. Wishing you an amazing week with love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care, Earth signs.